Hey everybody, it's Rachel from Host Lease. Wanted to talk to you about kind of a controversial topic, I guess, in the hosting world, is whether you should host guests with pets or not. And as I'm making this bed, this is one of the key reasons why I actually do not host guests with pets. And there is one caveat to that, which I'll explain to you. But I've been doing this for many years now. And when I first started, I hosted pets and I thought that was great because I'm a huge dog lover. I love dogs. I have two of my own. One of them sleeps in the bed with me. Um, and I thought, you know what? That's what it's all about. How great to travel with your pet. And many people do. I just realized over time for my business that it didn't work. I realized that hosting pets, while it was comfortable for the guests, it was really uncomfortable for my business operations. So what I mean by that is when your cleaner or myself comes into the unit and I have to turn it over for the next guest, I'm realizing the volume of pet hair, the scratches potentially on the windowsills, the slobber, just the mess that's really hard. You can clean it, but it takes an extra level, a level of attention to detail. And so if you're working on tight turns, it's really hard to be able to pay your cleaner enough to do that great job before the next guest checks in. So I was realizing that it was diminishing returns for my property, my furniture, my linens to host pets. So I made that hard decision to flip that switch and not allow pets in my units. And I was really nervous that potentially I was limiting the guests that I was attracting, that I was turning off. I was maybe losing bookings for guests that might have pets. But then I realized there are plenty of people that don't travel with pets. And for the long-term health of my unit, I realized it was the best decision. I looked at the revenue. I actually wasn't losing out on that. So it is a very personal decision. Some people can find a way, depending on what your portfolio looks like, to host pets because there is a great segment of travelers that choose Airbnb and Verbo because they can bring their pet and it is more of a home environment. But for my units where I'm in a typically one bed, one bath units in an apartment building or a multi-family unit, the pet can cause more disturbances and cause you more headaches for your operations. A lot of people I found underestimate that their dog, when they're on the road, is a little bit more stressed. So while their dog might not bark at home and might just be the best dog ever, on the road in a new environment might be more anxious and bark. And then that causes disruption for the other people that are in the building. So for many of those reasons, I decided to not host pets and really have not seen any decline in my bookings or revenue. So I wanted to, though, in terms of the pets, point out one key thing is that due to regulations, which are great, we can't deny someone who has a service animal. There are many people that rely on their service animals for many different reasons. So how I've worked with that, if someone does come to me with a booking and says, hey, I have a service animal, I usually ask them a few clarifying questions, just make sure that we're on the same page in terms of expectations. And typically these people, they're seasoned travelers because they have a service animal, they've traveled with them before. So they are kind of a different level of respect for your property. So the benefit of my bigger portfolio is then I'm able to shift a booking maybe to a unit where I say this is a pet friendly unit for those types of bookings. So then my cleaner is understanding what type of a guest it is, then they're able to clean accordingly to have, that there was a pet in the unit. So my conclusion there is I don't host pets. It's truly a personal decision. Sometimes you have to go through the operations to understand if it's going to work or not for you. But for me, it's been a great decision for my operations, for my white sheets to not host pets. So if you're interested in learning more and getting some more free training on how to do the host lease model, click the link below, follow us on YouTube, and like this post.